Oh, come on, baby. Yeah, do it for me one more time. That's it. Make it hurt. Do it. Yeah. Make it hurt. Do it.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Come on. Feel the pain. Let it hurt. Let it burn. You can. Yeah. All right. Good job. Nice work. Now let's try some closed grip pull downs.
Michael, am I making any progress? I feel like I've plateaued.
Come on. Look at this definition. Look how you're cutting up.
Yeah. Well, you certainly know how to work a girl out. Let's do those close grips, huh?
What the hell is going on here?
Pan, hey, we were just talking about you.
Yeah, I'll bet.
You're home awfully early, darling. Did the market crash? Well, I guess we're finished, Michael. You just about wore me out.
Come on, Dan. You can't think.
No, you can't think. We're about business around here. You want to lose that business?
Jillian! Jillian! Jillian!
You're jealous?
You going to tell me you haven't been hammering Michael?
I will if you'll believe it. I believed you when you told me about your secretary, Beth, didn't I? But you lied.
I told you it was over between Beth and me. So you boffed the trainer for revenge?
You have a dirty mind, Daniel. But then, that's what I love about you. There is nothing happening, Michael. We've had our fight, so why don't we make up, huh?
I will never let you go. Never. I can't live without you.
Till death do us part.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, that's the promise we made, remember? Till death do us part.
When I was a little girl, my mother told me, never judge a book by its cover. I think that's one of those sayings you don't really appreciate until you're older, when you realize that everything is glossed over to look better than it actually is. And as any homicide cop will tell you, this is especially true with people.
Not my type.
Please.
Not my type. Although that is a nice back end. And, well, classic headlights are classic headlights. But you know what kind of maintenance those babies need? Not on my salary.
You know, some people buy cars in 3 hours. You take 3 months to buy a car.
What does that say about me?
Trust me, you don't want to know.
No, it says that I am discerning, all right? I won't buy junk.
And this is what you call junk.
Plastic.
Welcome to the 90s, dude.
See, now this car looks good, right? Yeah, it's a nice looking car. But it's been neutered so it won't go fast, all right? It's got the road personality of warm milk. It's overpriced, and you pray that you don't hit a crosswind in a fast turn. Other than that, it's perfect.
So basically, you're looking for a Sherman tank.
Too much. I'll settle for a little muscle.
Addendum. Remember to merge the Weiner and Rottenberg accounts to reflect their acquisition of Jackson Industries, which, if you ask me, was a total daub. Beth, don't transcribe that into the account, all right? Personal note, remember to confirm that Monday meeting with David Schwartz of the SEC. Oh, boy, would I do anything to get out of that meeting.
It's all right, Mrs. Borson. You just take as long as you need.
Saturday would have been our 10th anniversary.
I am so sorry. Can you tell me what happened?
I went shopping. Daniel was dressing to work out when I left.
Did he always come home so early in the day?
No, he said today was really light. We made love. Sorry. Then I went to do some errands and the shopping. And Daniel wanted to work out. He was really into his training. And when I came home, I went into the gym. And I saw him lying there. Oh, God, it was awful.
Hey, Dr. Weinstein said this guy's been dead a couple of hours maxed. Crushed trachea.
Borsons have a personal trainer who makes house calls. He canceled his session today, so Borson went it alone. Fatal mistake, huh?
Maybe.
Well, the textbooks say accidental death, case closed. What does Chris Lorenzo say?
Check this out.
I'm impressed.
No, that. He goes to reset the bar, it slips, crushes his trachea.
Plausible, yeah.
No. When Borson was found, his legs were under the leg extension bar just like mine are now, which means he was doing legs, not chest. Also, now, if he was trying to do chest, it's ridiculous. This is much too awkward.
Which means somebody helped it for him.
Which means murder. Case open.
Wanted, muscle car with kick. This your ad, Lorenzo?
Yeah, how'd you know?
You gave the department's business number. We've had 8 calls already.
8 calls? Well, I'm working double shifts for Smitty this week, and I didn't want to miss any calls.
How long does the ad run?
Indefinitely.
Change it. Where are you on the Boston homicide?
Well, we're on our way to go see their personal trainer now. Maybe he can tell us if Jillian Borson is strong enough to drop a 150-pound barbell on her husband's neck.
So the wife's playing the hot corner?
But I'll tell you what, we got this trainer right on the list next to her. These home workouts, all kinds of muscles get exercised.
Okay.
Okay.
Lorenzo, I swear to you, if that ad's the same tomorrow, you'll be on switchboard for a month.
People get paid to work in places like this?
Yeah, I read about this personal trainer in Hollywood that makes $200 for half an hour.
Well, I tell you what, only in Hollywood. I mean, any place that sells more mineral water than beer is suspect in my book. I mean, in these tanning beds, I don't get that. People pay money to lay down in these little fluorescent coffins. Doesn't make any sense. No, they got as much sun as we get, you know?
Whoa! You guys joining the club 2-for-1 program?
Con, you are an adolescent.
Is this your car, Cotton? Oh.
Hey, come on, Chris. It was a joke.
No, Cotton, I mean, is this your car?
Oh, yeah. I got registration, insurance, totally legal.
When'd you get it?
Well, about 2 weeks ago, a guy owed me some money on a business transaction. Couldn't pay up, so I took the car in trade.
66 Dodge Charger Hemi. Oh, man, this kind of stuff never happens to me.
You like this car?
What, are you kidding me, Cotton? This car is a classic. How much?
How much what?
How much did he owe you?
$5,000.
5,000. Five. Oh, man, this kind of stuff never happens to me.
Yoo-hoo. We're down here. This way. Michael Montego?
You have found him. And he is pleased.
We're Detectives Lance and Lorenzo. We'd like to speak with you about Daniel Borson.
2 more sets, Steve. Don't rock forward. Unbelievable, isn't it? He and his wife, Jillian, are regulars here. War went around early this morning.
I understand you work with both of them privately. You canceled your appointment with Mr. Borson yesterday. Why?
I fit in my personal clients' nights and my days off. One of the other trainers called in sick and had to come in, so I canceled it then.
Did you know Daniel Borson very well?
In a way. Daniel and I spend 2 hours a week together. Talked each other through a lot of changes.
What kind of changes?
When I'm in someone's home, egging them on, pushing them to new limits, they learn to trust me. My business is based as much on discretion as it is on anything else.
Mr. Montego, we have reason to believe that Daniel Borson's death may not have been an accident. Now, this is confidential information, so anything that you can tell us, even if it doesn't seem important, it may help us.
He was having an affair with his secretary. His wife found out and it hit the fan, big time. If you know what I mean.
Thanks.
100% natural, 1,000% mine. Original recipe.
Stop selling cotton. You know I'm interested, but I'll need to see a business plan.
I'll tell it to you. We market the juice on cable TV. Direct access to the customer, low overhead, instant collectability through credit card orders.
And you want $10,000.
Upfront capital in exchange for 10% of the company. Dross into gold, Larry.
All right. I'll have the accountants cut you a check tomorrow.
Say, bring it by Friday. And Larry, keep it quiet. I'd hate every unsophisticated member of this club begging for a position. Christopher, my man, how about a nice, refreshing glass of Uncle Cotton's Body Shot, the all-natural pick-me-up?
What are you up to, Cotton?
Step right up, ladies and gentlemen, and take a bash at the American entrepreneur. Last of a dying breed, willing to use brains and vision to create a better world. Franklin, Edison, Mr. Coffee, and now done. Take a taste.
That's good, Cotton.
Thank you. That'll be $3.
$3, huh? 1, 2, 3,
Anything else I can do for you?
4, 5. I want to buy the car.
The charge?
That very same car. I'll pay you what the guy who dumped it on you owed you. $5 grand.
I'd hate to take advantage of you, Chris.
Just think about it, okay? Think about it.
Oh, I will. I will.
Yes, I was Mr. Borson's secretary, but I don't understand why you want to talk to me.
Miss Snow, we're sorry about your loss, but look, there's really no easy way to dance around this. We understand that you and Daniel Borson were having an affair.
He loved me.
Do you know anyone who might have wanted him dead?
Only his wife.
That is a lie. That tramp will do anything to ruin my life.
Then you knew about the affair.
Yes. Well, Daniel himself told me about it a month ago.
What did he say?
He said she went crazy and threw things. It was so unnerving that he was afraid to tell her he wanted a divorce.
I was the one who brought up the divorce. He cried like a baby and begged for me to give him another chance.
Daniel said it hadn't been a marriage for a long time. He cried in my arms one night. Despondent that he'd thrown the best years of his life away.
Uneducated, soulless whore trapped him with sex. Apparently, she was willing to do anything.
His wife was kinky. She liked to tie him up and really sick stuff. Daniel wasn't like that. He just wanted to be held, to be loved.
He described her as clawing out for the money.
His wife married him because of his money. She even made him increase his life insurance policy to $1 million.
There's nothing wrong with that. Daniel is the only breadwinner. If something should happen to him, oh God. The money is to be used to keep the house.
She's rich now, which is all she ever wanted. And with Daniel dead, I've lost the one thing I ever really cared about.
No matter what Beth says, Daniel and I were in love. Their affair was over.
He'd made up his mind to divorce Jillian. We decided to move away and start over.
Beth couldn't stand the thought of being jilted. I hate to say this, but I think she killed him.
Jillian's attitude was if she couldn't have him, no one could. I think she killed her own husband.
Classic love triangle turns deadly. So what do you think, Lieutenant?
2 suspects. Not bad for a day's work. So what are you going to do for an on-call?
Whittle it down to 1. So, who gets your bet?
I think I will keep my money in CDs. Both Jillian and Beth love Borson. Both were afraid of losing him, and both had a twisted logic for killing him.
I think you hit the key word.
What's that, logic?
No, both. See, they're both sick of his lying, they're sick of his games, and they decided to kill him together.
So yesterday was just...
It was a charade. It was a crock to throw us off track.
Huh. What is that? Is that Agatha Christie?
Yeah, either that or Sherlock Holmes. I'm not sure which one. Did you find anything out in the interrogation transcripts?
Yeah. You know how both women mentioned that Borson was in financial trouble over the last year?
Right.
Must have been pretty important for both of them to mention it all of these months later during a murder investigation.
That's a good point.
I think we should start by talking to Borson's partner, Mel Landau.
Okay, I gotta make a quick phone call first.
Sure. Muscle car restoration, 4 on the floor, hot rods for hot men.
Hi, Cotton's not in right now, but you are. So please do, and I will.
Yeah, Cotton, this is Chris. Now, listen, have you given any more thought about selling the Charger? Now, I'm telling you, I got a $5,000 check here. It's hot. You get on the horn. Call me, Cotton.
Yeah, I figured Chris is no fool. Knows a bargain when he sees one. Offering me $5 grand. Well, what do you think?
A real Picasso.
A classic? Mint condition?
Bunch of shapes and parts that don't belong stuck together. What is this thing, a class project? Everybody brings in a different piece of Dad's car?
Worth $5 grand?
2, and that's if you chop it up for parts. As is, $1,500 tops.
Here are your messages, Mr. Landau. I'm going to lunch.
Thank you. Okay. Detectives? Let's just get something on the record before we go any further. I love Daniel Borson like a brother. He was my partner for 15 years, and a kinder man you'll never meet.
But
he was a wimp. I mean, those women, they beat him into the ground. I mean, he had this fantasy that he could satisfy both of them, lead a double life.
But he couldn't.
With Jillian and Beth, it's like fire and ice.
You knew his wife well.
I was the best man at their wedding.
And it didn't bother you that he was having an affair with your secretary?
I advised against it. I mean, but Daniel was a big boy. Even with friends, there's some lines you just don't cross. Besides, it didn't affect business.
But we understand that your company was in trouble with the Security Exchange Commission.
Are you familiar with the stock market?
Not really, no.
If the client wants us to buy a particular stock, we execute the order for him. If the trade's large enough, there's a good chance the price will go up as the market perceives demand.
So Daniel purchased stocks for himself before he placed the order for the clients.
That's right, and then he sold immediately thereafter for a surefire gain. It's called front running.
That's insider trading, isn't it?
Luckily, Daniel got cold feet and he turned himself in. Otherwise, the SEC would have put us out of business. As it was, they fined us down to the bone. I forced Daniel to cover his penalties with his savings.
How badly did that hurt Daniel?
It wiped him out. He could hardly afford his house payments. He just started to rebuild when he died. And Jillian, well, she'd be lucky if she could scrape up car payments. I feel pretty bad about all this, so I'm going to make provisions to take care of her.
Did you know that Mr. Borson had $1 million life insurance policy with Jillian as the sole beneficiary?
No, I didn't. You think she killed them, don't you?
We're going to want to see all the accounts that Borson was working on when he was killed, if you don't mind.
Sure. I'll have Beth put it together for you. It's going to take a couple hours, though.
Thank you, Mr. Landau. We're sorry to intrude under the circumstances.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome back. You know, Detective Lorenzo, you give me a couple hours a week, I can get you into some kind of shape.
If everything's under control here, Sergeant Lance, I'm going to go and check up on Cotton.
Okay.
I take it you didn't come back because of my animal musk.
No, Mr. Montego, but you definitely would be easy to find in a crowd.
Maybe I should shower before we talk.
No, don't worry about it. I think I can handle it.
Take me home or ask me a question, Detective.
Listen, I really appreciate your tip on Borson and his secretary. But now I need something just as personal. What do you know about his wife, Jillian?
I thought about the deal, and I like it. $10,000 for 10% of your body shot enterprise. How do you want it?
Cashier's check will be fine. You won't be sorry about this, Arthur. I consider it a deal of a lifetime. Friday?
Very good.
Cotton, you know I'm here. The car.
The car! Of course, the car!
Right, are you going to sell it to me?
Yes! No, I mean, I don't know.
What do you mean? What, you want more money?
Look, Chris, you know I know a lot about everything. You know, certified genius and all that kind of stuff. Well, I'm embarrassed to tell you this. I got no knowledge about that fixation of American culture, the automobile.
How much?
Maybe I should have a mechanic look at it. You know, 5 G's might be too steep. It may not be steep enough.
$5,500. That's my final offer. You take it or I walk.
Sold.
And since you're also Jillian's personal trainer, we were wondering how she handled hearing about her husband's affair.
Look, Sergeant, I'm in a bad spot here. I don't really want to get involved.
Michael, if you know something, you should tell me.
I knew about the affair for almost a year. Borson told me he didn't love his wife anymore, that Beth was his future. After that, every time I worked Jillian out, I felt dirty knowing the secret. She really loved Daniel and thought they could make the marriage work.
So what happened when he told her it was over?
She was devastated. I came by that night and they had gotten into a huge fight. I had to separate them. Jillian was holding a knife. She threatened to kill him.
These are company business. These are the SEC files against us. And these are Daniel's personal files and checkbook.
Thanks.
When you are done, we'll pull the door shut and sign out at the lobby.
All right. Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, man. All right. Pepperoni mushroom?
Sure. Lots of extra cheese.
On salad?
Sure.
Boy, did I need that.
Jillian, I don't think we should see each other anymore.
Why not?
Police are asking questions.
About us?
About you.
I think that I killed Daniel. Do you think that I did?
You said you're going to collect $1 million in insurance.
I am.
When I thought I had trouble maintaining a minimum balance, Borson's personal checkbook has manic depressive mood swings.
Any kind of pattern?
No, just bills and expenses. Since paying off the SEC fines, he crawls forward a little bit, only to slide back even farther.
You know what? Maybe Jillian knew it. She decided to bump him off for the insurance money before he had a chance to divorce her and leave her with Nala.
You know, I am starting.
What?
A couple months ago, Borson had a world-class overdraft of $10,000. And it's made out to Michael Montego.
Detectives, what's up?
Didn't you tell us about this $10,000 check made out to you from Dan Borson, for starters?
It was payment for services rendered. I floated him for 5 months when he was having trouble.
Macy's Parade doesn't have floats that big.
I trained Daniel and Jillian twice a week, an hour each, for 20 weeks. That's 80 hours times 125 per.
$10,000.
You know, I don't know what you're after. How you could possibly think that I had anything to do with Daniel's death. But if you want to ask me something, try not to show up my doorstep with a freaking attitude.
You guys all right?
I don't think it's our freaking attitude you gotta worry about, Montego. Let's try this one more time, Montego.
I told you there's no reason anyone would want to kill me. It's got to be a mistake.
Somebody went to a lot of trouble to set this up. They wanted you.
Is there someplace else you can spend the night tonight?
You think they'll try again?
We're going to set up surveillance outside just in case they do. It's standard procedure.
Read it.
What?
This is not your ordinary murder weapon, is it?
Looks like competition grade.
Same type of thing Borson was into.
Huh.
All right, we'll check it out. For now, I thought that maybe.
All right. Well, you're absolutely right. Borson's fingerprints were all over that shotgun.
Anybody else's?
No. If it was Jillian, she was smart enough to wear gloves. Lieutenant Hudson's drafting up a search warrant for her house.
Come on, Cotton.
Look, I'm sure Cotton's just running a little bit late.
Or maybe he found out that the Charger is worth more than I offered him. I want that car so badly it's becoming an obsession.
Yeah, well, besides the machismo factor, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's getting to the point I'm even willing to cheat Cotton out of the car.
And knowing Cotton, I'm sure the feeling is very mutual.
Shh, shh.
Yeah, sorry I'm late. I wanted to fill her up for you.
Thank you, Cotton.
Yeah, listen, this beast runs on regular. I couldn't find any, so it may chug a little bit on the unleaded, but don't worry about it. Just clean out the tubes with regular on the next fill up, and you'll be Route 66.
And I'm telling you, Cotton, 5,500. That's my ceiling. That's my ceiling.
Chris, you confused me with my reputation. I'm not asking for more. A deal's a deal.
I think the car might be worth a little more than that, Cotton.
I am so touched, but let me tell you something. I don't want this car. I never did. I just wanted my $5,000 back. Now I got 500 extra. I'm making out like a bandit. And if my good friend Chris can also make a bargain, hey, I couldn't be happier. So, what do you say?
Yep.
What the hell happened last night? You pointed the damn thing right at the door. We're supposed to aim for the window, scare me, not kill me. You playing some kind of game on me? You take it all? I'll rat you out before I let that happen, you understand me? Don't play me for stupid, I'm warning you. Listen, I think Lance and Lorenzo might stop by with more questions for you. How the hell should I know? This is your plan. Right. I'll see you later.
Boy, if I didn't trust Cotton so much, I would say there's a little more than just unleaded fuel in your tank.
No, see, really, you don't understand. This is a racing car. Now, this isn't made to just kind of hop along from stoplight to stoplight, all right? It's made to race.
Maybe we should just walk the rest of the way.
Just give it a second, all right? I think we can make it to the driveway in the next try. Hello. I was just kidding when I said I thought it was both women that killed Borson.
No, it's not what you think. This is the first time we've spoken in over a year.
Well, considering the statement you gave us 48 hours ago, you can understand our skepticism.
Yeah, you remember that, don't you? She was Ava Braun, and you thought she was Lizzie Borden.
I was still in shock over the death of my husband at the time.
So what are you doing here, Beth?
I just wanted you to know how badly I feel. I never meant to cause you any pain, Jillian. And I brought back some of Daniel's possessions.
Borson kept all this at your house.
He said they were personal things he didn't want lying around the office.
Excuse me, but I would like to have my husband's things, whatever they are.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Borson. It's all covered under a search warrant.
Miss Borson, do you or your husband own any shotguns?
Now, why would you ask a question like that?
With all due respect, ma'am, because I'd like an answer.
What the? There's two missing.
Who else had access to this room?
Just Daniel and myself.
And Michael Montego.
This is so simple, it's elegant, Lieutenant.
This is the stock account that Montego opened at a local brokerage, right? His initial deposit was $10,000.
And you think it's the $10,000 Borson paid for personal trainer fees?
Dates correspond exactly.
Now, so here is where it gets really interesting. Montego's made 76 trades since then. He's always buying and selling within 24 hours for a substantial profit. Never once losing any money.
Either he's psychic
Or he's getting tipped off.
So Borson told him which stocks to buy. Now, isn't insider trading what got him in trouble in the first place?
Only now he has perfected it. See, he puts the account in Montego's name. That way it makes it harder to trace back to him.
How much is in there?
As of the day that Borson was killed, $840,000.
So Montego gets greedy. All right, he establishes an alibi. He sneaks out, kills Borson. He keeps all the cash.
What about the attempt on his life?
No, man, he stole that shotgun from the Borsons, rigged the booby trap to throw us off.
He even had us believing it was Borson's wife behind the whole thing.
Bring him down. Hard and fast.
Montego, you're overpacked. Prisons are like airlines. 2 bags per customer's drop them.
I didn't do anything.
You're under arrest for the murder of Daniel Borson. Turn around and put your hands behind your neck. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
I know my rights. You have to believe me. I didn't kill him.
Yeah, right. And you don't have a stock account with $840,000 in it. You and Borson had some kind of deal to split the money.
No.
You got greedy and you killed him.
No.
You knew the shotgun was in the house last night, didn't you?
None of it was my idea. I just went along for a piece of the action.
Right.
And Borson's pulling all the strings, right?
I wasn't lying to you. The 10,000 really was for working him out.
Down! Tango, get out!
Yeah, we got a black 4x4 Bronco. It's headed northeast on Coolidge, and the plates are missing. All right, thanks. They got all units scrambling. There's an ambulance on the way.
Montego's not going to need an ambulance.
As promised, a check for $10,000.
My loyal messenger partnership contract's first thing Monday. Smart move, Larry.
Not really. This man is a convicted felon, Larry.
I pled to that. It was reduced to a misdemeanor.
Uh-huh. Play the lottery, Larry. It's much better odds.
Is there a law against honest enterprise in Palm Beach?
You know, we had the lab run a sample check on your body shot, Cotton. You know what they found?
Natural ingredient.
Sugar.
A little.
20% is a little.
Citrus needs a counterbalance.
And a mega dose of caffeine as well.
You ever heard of coffee?
10% of your company for $10,000. That's the deal? How many 10% shares did you sell, Cotton?
42.
42? You sold 420% of a non-existent company that makes a bogus product.
10 grand to these people is nothing. And at the very worst, they're going to thank me in a year for a write-off. But that's not going to happen, because for once, I got a can't-miss idea. This ain't exactly Harvard Business School accounting here, but each and every one of them's going to get their money back with interest. They're all stopping by today with their checks. Boom, 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 $420,000.
Boom, boom, boom. You better give them their money back, Cotton.
Give the money back? That's an unnatural act.
You want to talk unnatural acts, Cotton? Do 10 to 20 years in federal prison for fraud.
Speaking of fraud,
I never said it was cherry, Chris.
you also never said it was a piece of junk, Cotton.
Those cars don't exactly have a blue book. It's how you feel about them.
I feel like I've been taken.
How long you been looking for that car? You may never find another one. Fix it up.
Fix it up.
Fix it. What the hell do I need with this job?